Hi friends, it is good to be with you today. This is the eNews for Wednesday, June 19th. I hope that you are doing well. I did want to update you on everything that is happening within our church walls and outside as well with VBS. This is our VBS week, and it has been just wonderful and full of energy and joy as we have had numerous people here at Elf and Wild throughout the mornings praising God and having a wonderful time together. As you have probably heard already, we have 140 kids with us this week. And on top of that, we have 72, I think, volunteers and 10 toddlers. And so there is a lot that is going on within Elf and Wild Church this week. With that, we don't want you to miss it completely. And so one thing that we thought of this year is we wanted to invite you, even if you are not a volunteer for VBS or even connected to it in any way, we would invite you to come and simply be present and witness everything that is going on in the sanctuary at the beginning of the morning. All of our kids and volunteers, all of our staff is here together in the sanctuary at 9:15 a.m., and that is the time in which we sing all of our songs, we do the memory verse, we do our skits. There's a lot of dancing and movement, and it's really fun to be a part of and just watch and be a witness to. And we don't want you to miss that. And so if you would like to come, you are more than welcome to come and sit in the back of the sanctuary and just see all that's going on in here, all the energy that's happening within our church walls. As you could probably see behind me, there's a lot of color up here as well. We don't want you to miss any of that, so please come and join us. With that, next Sunday, or this coming Sunday rather, is VBS Sunday. And so we would invite you to come and be a part of that, be a part of worship, but also be a part of celebrating all that God has done throughout the week with the kids, the staff, everything that He has been able to accomplish through us in our VBS week. We're going to have a wonderful celebration. There will be food. There's going to be, I think, an inflatable, an obstacle course for kids. It's going to be a great celebration even after worship, after the 11:10 worship service. So we would invite you to come to that as well. With that, preaching for us that Sunday will be Dr. John Burgess, and you probably recognize the name because he preached this past Sunday as well. Dr. Burgess will be back after preaching last week. He preached on Thy Kingdom Come, one of the lines in the Lord's Prayer, and really did a wonderful job. It was a beautiful message to each of us who are given responsibility by God in some sense for certain kingdoms in our life. And so to be prayerful for Christ's kingdom to come is to recognize that He is the King of Kings, and He is King even above us as we are in our own kingdoms. So I would encourage you to come and be able to hear him preach once again on this coming Sunday. With that, this past Sunday, we also celebrated baptism, and it was a wonderful joy to be a witness to that. I would encourage you, if you were not here or did not watch last Sunday, to go back and witness the baptism of Ellie Zimmerman. We are grateful that their family was able to be with us in worship, and what a joy that was for everybody here. I'm not sure that it was a joy for her. She had some tears, but we enjoyed it very much, and we're glad that they were here. So go back and watch that. Also, let me update you on the situation with the organ as well. So we have announced already that the organ has needed fixed for some time now, and we are continuing to progress in that. I think the last time I did the eNews, I mentioned that that will begin on June 24th. So that is this coming Monday. It's coming up fast. So be aware of the changes that will make to our worship space, where we will do worship. It'll probably not be in the sanctuary even as soon as June 30th. So have that date in mind. We will probably move to Fellowship Hall downstairs, maybe even to outside, depending on weather and other things. And with that, I just reminded myself that VBS Sunday this Sunday will not be outdoors. So don't go to the outdoor worship space for this Sunday. That will be in the sanctuary. But starting June 30th, that will change, and doing worship in the sanctuary will probably no longer be the case, just because of all the dust and debris that will happen during the construction. Let me remind you just generally also of all the opportunities that you have to be plugged in and to be here at Elf and Wild throughout the summer. We are continuing with Sunday school. There's Sunday school opportunities. There's Wednesday night Bible studies. There's young adult group. There's all kinds of ways that you can be present here at Elf and Wild and grow deeper in your faith even throughout the week and not just on Sundays. So we would encourage you to look into those and be a part of those as you see necessary. With that, I wanted to share just a word of encouragement with you today. And I'm excited to share this because I think you'll find it interesting. I wanted to share a passage from the book of Revelation today. And if you know about the book of Revelation, you know that doing it in a few minutes in the eNews might be difficult. So I may be over my head here, but I do want to share this verse with you because I think it's something that's important for every Christian. It's something that every Christian should not be unaware of. And so I want to read from Revelation chapter 13 today. In its context, we are talking about the beast. So have that in mind even as we read verse 8 here. It says this, "And all who dwell on the earth will worship it," it being the beast. So all who dwell on the earth will worship the beast, everyone, that is, whose name has not been written before the foundation of the world in the book of life of the Lamb who was slain. So there's a lot of wording in that last part, right? So it says, everyone whose name has not been written before the foundation of the world in the book of life of the Lamb who was slain. So what does all that mean? Well, the book of life that this passage is talking about is a book that belongs to, as it says, it's of the Lamb who was slain. And that is Christ. So the book of life we're talking about is a book who has names written in it of those who have received or have been given the life of Christ. Right? So Christ's life that he offers, eternal life, has been given to those who are his children, who are his sheep, and their names are written in the book. But the important part, the part I really want to focus on, and the part that's encouraging to me also, is when the book was written. And the passage says that the book was written before the foundation of the world. So before you were created, before I was created, before even the world itself was created, before anything was created, the book of life had you and I written in it. Our names have been sealed with the life of Christ and all that he has accomplished on the cross. And that's an encouragement to me. I think about one of the songs that the kids are singing at VBS this week. It's "Our God is a Great Big God," and they do hand motions with it and go through a few verses. And one of the lines in the song says, "He's known me and he's loved me since before the world began." Before the world began, God knew me intimately and yet chose to love me. And I think about that in the context of our daily life. How is this an encouragement to us in our daily life? Well, I think about oftentimes our fear of the future and our fear of even the tasks that you may have been given from Christ for this week or in this month. And there's oftentimes a fear in trying to tackle those things. But know, friends, that despite all the things we seek to accomplish or carry out, the love of God comes first. There's nothing that we do to gain his love. His love has preceded our life completely. So I hope that is an encouragement as you go through your week. Know that if God has loved us from all eternity past, there is nothing for us to fear in the future as we follow him. So I hope that goes well with you this week. We are excited to see you on Sunday for worship and Celebration Sunday for VBS also. I hope that you are able to make it there. But until then, take care, friends.